Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Cancer, September 25, 2024. The Sun has just begun its transit of your solar house, and for the coming 4 weeks, spotlights your intimate world of sharing or inner life. During this cycle, you can be more introspective. It's a time to look within or enjoy a stronger connection to a passion project. This cycle has strong healing potential. You're more interested in digging deep than skimming the surface of things during this phase, which brings a sense of empowerment. The Sun is now shining its light on some of the things that are typically hidden from view. You take more notice of the less obvious elements of circumstances and people around you. However, you're in great shape for connecting with people, ideas, or the information you need today. Some detachment or a good dose of objectivity can help improve your vision of a situation. Today might be better off for you if you keep to yourself and keep your head down. This is because we have incredibly challenging cosmic weather for relationships. Sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance and beauty, will clash in a square with powerhouse Pluto. This ensures that all relationships that are on rocky standing can face an ultimatum or a make-or-break moment. Breakups and divorces are especially likely now. However, if single, definitely don't head out on a first date. You could become involved in a scandal you'll regret. Instead, breathe through the tension and let it go. Do not let your feelings overwhelm you. It might be an emotionally intensive day, as the Moon in Gemini conjuncts Jupiter in Gemini and squares Saturn retrograde in your sign. There could be a lot going on at home and work that takes you by storm. Since you are juggling so much, you might feel emotionally spread thin. You can get ahead of this by focusing on the core commitments you need to accomplish by the end of today. Give yourself some structure so that you can avoid feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. Who do you like to be around? Are you getting all the joy and satisfaction you deserve from your close, personal relationships? Maybe you found yourself in a rut, and it's time to separate from those who have a hold on you. To help fast a bit from human companionship and find yourself, take a moment to reevaluate your health regimen. Does it include enough personal time? Before entering a beneficial period rich in learning experiences, you are going to have to be pragmatic and have your mind on the now. Until then, take a break, escape, and avoid power games with the people you collaborate with or your family and friends. Rather, ask yourself some questions on your true desires and the meaning that you want to give your life. Don't hesitate to start a phase of introspection and inner searching to discover your personal legend. Give philosophy a bigger place in your search for happiness. While Mercury, the planet of communication, will remain for another 3 days, the Sun's departure from your relationship sector today signals the start of the winding down of all planetary activity on relationships for this year. There may still be some tension between personal needs and relationship expectations. However, Mercury is working to maintain open communication channels with support from Uranus in your communication sector. Simultaneously, as Venus shifts her focus to the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life, the Sun will move into your financial sector just in time to take over her responsibilities there. While Mercury, the planet of communication, will stay on for her 3 days. As the Sun leaves your relationship sector today, this marks the beginning of the end of all planetary activity on the relationship front this year. Yet as one chapter is closing, another is just beginning with Venus, the planet of love, returning to an adventurous part of your chart to begin her mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together, only to find support from Mars in your romantic sector from the start. Our eyes in the sky. You may notice an emotional heaviness today, almost as if something is holding you back from fully embracing the positive energy around you. Maybe you're feeling a bit restricted, and it's harder to maintain your usual optimism. But here's the beautiful thing about moments like this. They're a chance to shift your perspective and find that silver lining. Have you ever had one of those days where everything seems like it's weighing you down, but then you remember something small that sparks a bit of hope? Sometimes, it's about consciously choosing to see the good, even when things feel tough. This could be your moment to do just that. When it comes to your health, things are looking pretty good. You're likely feeling strong and balanced, thanks to your thoughtful approach and self-control. But, just like in all areas of life, it's important not to overdo it. Think about how much better you feel when you maintain moderation, whether that's in what you eat, how much rest you're getting, or even how you manage your stress. Have you ever noticed how sticking to a balanced routine makes a huge difference? Today's cosmic reminder is to keep things in check. Sure, it's easy to go overboard, but a little self-control now can prevent burnout later. What's one thing you've noticed that makes a big impact on your overall well-being when you stick to it? Let's talk about the major cosmic shifts happening today, starting with the Sun moving into Libra, the sign of balance and harmony. This shift, along with Venus entering passionate Scorpio, sets the stage for transformation, particularly in your relationships. Libra season is all about fairness and equality, and it brings an opportunity to reflect on the balance in your life. Have you been giving too much in certain areas and not getting enough back? Or maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps you're realizing it's time to open yourself up more to receiving love and support. This is your invitation to consider how balanced your interactions feel, whether it's with friends, partners, or even colleagues. Libra's energy is all about mutual respect and reciprocity, so this is the perfect time to think about how those themes are playing out in your life. What does balance look like for you right now? Are there relationships where you're carrying more than your share of the weight? Or maybe there's someone who could use a little more attention and care from you. Reflecting on this can help bring clarity and lead to more fulfilling connections. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Sometimes just talking it out can give you the clarity you need to restore balance in your relationships. While Libra invites us to seek fairness, Venus in Scorpio turns the heat up when it comes to desire and emotional depth. Scorpio's energy is intense, passionate, and transformative. If you've been craving deeper connections or a more meaningful relationship, this could be the beginning of an incredibly romantic period. But remember, Scorpio can also stir up a desire for control, which can sometimes lead to power struggles or emotional entanglements. The key here is to focus on building intimacy, not control. Have you ever noticed how relationships become richer when you're willing to be vulnerable, to truly open up, instead of trying to control how things unfold? This is a time to embrace the emotional depth that Scorpio offers, while also staying mindful of maintaining healthy boundaries. In all of this transformative energy, don't forget about moderation. Today's planetary shifts might point you to overindulge, whether it's in socializing, food, drink, or even spending. It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement and go a little overboard, but remember that balance is the key to long-term happiness. Have you ever had a time where you let yourself indulge maybe a little too much, only to regret it later? We've all been there. Whether it's a shopping spree that stretches the budget or a fun night out that leaves you feeling drained the next day, overextending yourself can take a toll. Today's energy gently reminds you to enjoy life, but to do so mindfully. What's one area in your life where you could use a little more moderation? As the day unfolds, take this opportunity to reflect on the balance in your relationships, your personal well-being, and even your daily habits. Whether you're craving deeper connections or simply trying to keep things steady, today's cosmic energy is here to help you find that sweet spot between passion and peace, indulgence and restraint. Remember, growth doesn't come from control, it comes from openness, balance, and being gentle with yourself and others.